The Mavericks tune up the Jazz for their second straight win and to tie up the season series at 2 games apiece. We'll talk about it on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. It's the DLLS Mavs post-game show. Kevin Grant alongside our DLLS Mavs analyst Bobby Carrillo. We, of course, are DLLS Mavs, your favorite guys, come your favorite team, especially when they tune up the Jazz for a second straight time, thanks to Klay Thompson's big first half as the Mavericks get the 138-120 win over the Utah Jazz to improve to what is now 16-26 on, 17-26 on the season.
Wow.
17-26 on the season. 13-11 at the AAC. We'll break it all down here for you over the course of the next hour. We'll be joined later on in our show by our DLLS Mavs beat writer Ron Harrod Jr. live from the AAC as the Mavericks led this game, Bobby, by as many as 23 points to take out the Jazz once again.
They scored in this 2-game little mini-series 282 points combined.
Wow.
And both games were regulation. It's not like they played 2 triple overtime thrillers in a row.
That's right.
They went 144 the first game, 138 the next game, missing, obviously, Kyrie, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, Dante Exum, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Cooper Flagg. Like, you know, we bestow a lot of praise upon the Mavs all the time for playing hard and just for showing up constantly and, you know, going at the rim and running in the open floor. Like, all of these things require physical commitment, right? You can't pretend to score a lot of fast break points, right? You can't fake that. Tonight they had 30. You can't sort of luck your way into a lot of points in the paint. Tonight they had 54. You can't luck your way into doing all these things, scoring points off turnovers. You know, all of these things are effort. That's why they call them hustle points. You know, and the Mavs just hustle. And that's even without all of their best players, all of their most talented players, you know, many of their best defenders, many of their best creators. And yet here they are still scoring 282 points combined in 2 games against probably the sorriest organization in the NBA right now. That might be harsh. No, you're pretty much spot on. I mean, I think that, you know, as much as I want the Mavs to lose right now for the tank, the Jazz deserve this.
To get their ass whooped like this for a second straight time?
Yes.
Yeah, because for a second straight game, just shameful behavior from the Utah Jazz. I mean, Keyonte George, bless his heart, scored 21 points in the third quarter, and the Jazz were still down by 12 at the end of 3. Like, it didn't do all that much as the Jazz sat Yusuf Nurkic. They sat Kevin Love. They only played 9 guys as part of their full rotation tonight. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is if you had watched the post-game show on Thursday night, you would be watching the exact same thing tonight because basically it was a carbon copy of what happened on Thursday night. Klay went off in the first half from 3, was spectacular with 23 first-half points, and the Mavericks had a 12-point lead at the end of the first quarter. They scored 42 points in that first period, and it was pretty much over from there. And that was my biggest takeaway is Klay Thompson, for the second straight game, goes smooth off from the three-point line. In fact, he's averaging over 20 points per game against the Utah Jazz this year. Against the rest of the NBA, he's averaging 11. So Klay Thompson loves himself playing against the Utah Jazz. As you see the numbers on the screen, 23 points, 7 of 12 from the field, going nearly 55% from downtown as Klay Thompson made history again, passing the 17,000 career point mark in tonight's game as well. So it was a history-making week for Klay Thompson, and the Mavericks were the beneficiary of it with his barrage of three-point shooting again.
Yeah, it's fun to watch him go off, man. You know, I mean, he just gets you like a lot of shots for him are heat checks. He has that in common with some of the other great scorers, like James Harden, for example. He very rarely takes an easy looking three. You know, Luka, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Klay's threes are tightly contested. Whenever he's wide open, sometimes he'll take a little dribble just to get in rhythm, and you know he's going to make it. Like he's going to be automatic if no one's around. But some of the shots he was taking in the second quarter were just
heat checks,
so off balance.
Yeah.
I mean, he was having a great time.
Yeah,
you know. And the other night against Utah, he did the same thing. Of course, he was trying to pass Dame, and he did. He's got the touch right now. You know, he's got the rhythm, he's got the feel, he's got the confidence. He's got the beat. If he's touching the ball, like he's putting it up. Like that just that is what it's going to be. He is going to put that ball. He's going to hoist it, and like why not? Especially considering all of the players that they're missing. Like this is a tremendous opportunity for him to just score as many points as he wants. And whether it's, you know, if you're a Mavs fan that's like, okay, this is a really good showcase opportunity, or if you're a Mavs fan that's like, no, I just want to see Klay turn back the clock and, you know, look like a badass. In the second quarter, he did all of that damage.
He did.
And then in the second half, he didn't really do anything.
He literally did nothing.
My job here is done.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all can just, you know.
Young fellas, you got that. You got it for the rest of the night.
And that's, you know, in an amazing way, that is really kind of the story of his career. Like all of these big moments that he's had, 60 points on 8 dribbles.
Yeah.
Like it's like he's not
37 points in a quarter.
In one quarter.
Yeah.
Like he's just not even, he doesn't have to do a lot of stuff to still score a bunch because he's just that damn good at shooting the ball.
A lot of folks in the chat loving Klay's night. It's so much so they're like, hey, somebody come give us a late first for Klay Thompson at the trade deadline.
Hey, he could be doing this for your team. NBA.
It's true. As we are less than 3 weeks away from the NBA trade deadline. Some of the other numbers from tonight's game. Keyonte George scored 21 of his 29 points in the third quarter alone. He led all scorers with the 29 points that he had. Bryce Sensabaugh had another 25 points in tonight's game. Just a lot of empty calorie points in a lot of ways for the Utah Jazz, who spent most of the day down double digits in this afternoon's contest. Naji Marshall, another 16 points. Brandon Williams, shout out to him. He had 22 points in today's game. Max Christie, who came back after missing the last couple of games with illness, he had 22 points in this game as well. We mentioned Klay Thompson's 23 points. Jaden Hardy, the last Maverick in double figures with 12 points as the Mavericks knocked down 18 three-pointers in this afternoon's game, going 18 of 41 from downtown at a 44% clip. Overall shooting 54% from the field. Jazz did shoot 53% from the field themselves. But again, they did a lot of that trying to catch up to the Dallas Mavericks.
So they made 18 threes?
The Mavericks made 18 threes today, 18
so
of 41.
That's their second most in a game this season.
Mm-hmm.
Topped only by the 19 threes they hit 2 nights ago.
There you go.
Against Utah. How about that?
They love shooting the three. I mean, the Jazz are going to give you a lot of open looks. They're going to give you a ton of open looks, and they took advantage of it in these 2 games. This game really could have been a 40-point blowout if the Mavericks made their free throws. They went 22 of 36 from the free throw line, so what was already an 18-point blowout could have been much, much worse if the Mavericks had been even decent from the free throw line tonight. Now, the Mavericks finished, check this out, a 3-1 homestand for the Dallas Mavericks. How about that?
Well, who said that they were going to win 4 of their next 5?
You did. You did.
Now,
I don't think you thought the Jazz would engage in this type of behavior.
No, there was later a clip emerged from this channel
that wasn't
of
AI?
someone that appeared to be me claiming that my guarantee they would win 4 of their next 5 games was AI.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to tell you that clip of someone that resembles me claiming that was AI, that was AI.
Okay, got it.
All right, the real me did say that the Mavs would win 4 of their next 5 games. And frankly, I stand by that because as we all know, as I open up their schedule, their next game
is on the road against New York.
Oh, no, never mind. I said that before the Chicago game, didn't I? So they won 3.
Was it AI that said
they
that?
They won 3 of their next 5 games. So I was off by 1. That's not even that big of a deal.
Sure. Was that the AI portion of you talking, or?
I don't know. I'll report back on that. I got to do some investigating.
Okay. It's got to do some investigative work on that. But yeah, the Mavericks find themselves with a 3-1 homestand to be able to get ready to go on the road. They'll go on the road on Monday on Martin Luther King Day against the New York Knicks. We'll see how many guys will be able to make their return. PJ Washington missed today's game due to personal reasons. Obviously, Cooper Flagg missed his second straight game with the left ankle sprain that he's dealing with. Daniel Gafford also missing today with the right ankle sprain that he has continued to be plagued with all season long. We will see what kind of availability will happen on Monday as Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart not playing tonight for the New York Knicks. So we'll most likely see them on Monday when the Mavericks take on New York in New York City.
Jalen Brunson, you're next, buddy.
Next for what?
Look at what the Mavs have done. They're averaging 141 points a game their last 2 games. They're back, baby. They're back. Matt Prater just canned a 50-yarder to tie it.
To tie it?
Yeah, it's 30-30.
You mean the Broncos scored a touchdown to take the lead?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, what you mean Matt Prater tied it? The Bills were leading 27-23.
Yeah, no, they scored before we started. I thought you knew that.
No, we had to start. We started the show.
And they'd scored before we started, though. So you must have just been locked in.
I was locked in.
Okay.
Oh, you got the benefit of watching what's going on right now.
You can too, pal, but you're on a tablet. You got 2 screens. You're
First,
Mark Steinen over there.
No, nobody's Mark Steining it over here. That's for damn sure. Because I have this jersey on. There's no way Mark Stein would ever wear this jersey. Glory, Man United. Shout out to Man U today. So it's 30-30 now?
30-30.
So we're going to overtime, it looks like?
Well, they could return a kickoff for a touchdown. There's still 5 seconds left.
So we're going to overtime. Okay, cool.
Okay, they could return a kickoff. It could happen.
Shout out to our DNVR folks. Big day for ALLCITY as
Go Broncos.
Our DNVR folks are having a watch along as the Denver Broncos trying to advance to the AFC Championship game while Buffalo's trying to do the same with Josh Allen and company. I
did think it was interesting because we have we started at 32?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's go down a path a little bit.
Okay.
Because, we've particularly the two of us have been pretty harsh on Utah for the way that they've handled this.
Yes.
Kind of.
Very much so.
The last 5 years.
And deservedly so.
Specifically the last 48 hours or so. And one of the people that is allegedly healthy, but Utah just sat conveniently for the last 2 games is Yusuf Nurkic. Now, Mike A. Curtis, too. It's Mike Curtis of the Dallas Morning News. Posted a tweet during the third quarter, I believe, whenever there was this review. Naji Marshall drove the lane, elbowed someone in the face or something, got called for a flagrant. Apparently, during that timeout, Mike Curtis says, quote, Naji Marshall and Yusuf Nurkic just had words going into the timeout.
Uh-oh.
The two had a physical altercation last season when Nurkic was a member of the Phoenix Suns. And I thought that was interesting. Yusuf Nurkic, obviously a big talker. The reason he got punched in the face last year is because he tried to make something out of nothing and approached the Mavs in a very aggressive manner.
A very aggressive way.
Okay. And I do think it's interesting that he's going to, have any words with Naji whenever he's in street clothes or in warm-ups because he is being DNPCD'd by a tanking team. That's where his career has gone. The Mavs have played a team with Nurkic on it, I think now at least 6 times since that incident.
Sure.
Nurkic has been inactive every single one of those games.
Wow.
He has not set foot on the court since Naji decked him right in the jaw.
Wow.
But
so you're saying
he's going to have words for him.
Ducking the smoke?
I do. I absolutely think he's ducking the smoke.
I do think I figured out the Jazz's formula, though, for this whole tanking deal. So, what is it? I guess 4 nights ago now, they were on the road against Chicago, a team that has fringe play-in, playoff hope opportunity, right? They went hard. Like, they were playing all their guys. They lost. Nikola Vucevic had, a game winner to win it for Chicago. Shout out to our CSGO folks. I think the Jazz's formula is like, look, we're going to play all our guys and really hard against good teams. But against bad teams, quote unquote, we're going to sit all our guys because that gives us a better chance to lose these games if we sit our guys against. Because it's going to look like we're trying against good teams, but against bad teams, maybe not so much. So Kevin Love, Yusuf Nurkic, all you guys can sit down. We'll just play 9 guys and we'll try hard against the good teams. Like, I bet they'll try really hard on Monday against San Antonio on the road.
I would say the problem with that, though, is that if you are a team where Kevin Love and Yusuf Nurkic would give you a better chance to win, that
they did the 2 times they actually tried hard against the Mavericks and won the games.
Well, the Mavs are.
I mean, and that was with Cooper Flag playing in both of the games.
That is a damning indictment of your talent, I think.
I mean, Nurkic averaging a double-double for them this year.
Okay, he's been bad for like 7 years.
I'm just saying.
It doesn't matter.
It's really when marketing is playing.
Averaging a double-double does not mean you're good. He is bad. He's a bad player. Bad. And he's afraid. I would be too if Naji.
I mean, low-key. Yeah.
Respectfully.
Let's take our first break here on the DLLS Mavs post-game show. When we come back, the turning point in this game, Klay Thompson. We'll talk about that. And plus, we'll be joining our DLLS Mavs beat writer, Ron Harrod Jr. live from the AAC a little bit later on. We'll do that next. What kind of dreams did you have growing up as a kid? Did you want to be a professional athlete or an actor? Well, if you wanted to start your own business, Shopify could definitely help you do that. With Shopify, the e-commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States of America as well. They even power our DLLS merch store, where you find all of our incredible and fantastic merchandise every single day. They've got you covered with website creation, product descriptions, email, social media marketing, and more. And plus, if you want to make it even easier for yourself, they've got incredible AI tools designed to help you maximize your sales and profits no matter where you are. So if you're ready to sell, you're ready to Shopify. So turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/allcity. That's shopify.com/allcity. Again, shopify.com/allcity, and get your business started with Shopify today.
Fellas, getting old can kind of be a bummer sometimes. You're working hard. Sometimes you're working late nights. You got to get up early the next day, go back to work, and then you're supposed to find time in there to either go to the gym or do some self-care, do some self-loving, and it's just really tough. Sometimes you could have low energy levels or even low testosterone. But products like this, Mars Men Natural Testosterone Support, is what you need to help get you through the day. More than 91% of people that have used the product report higher energy levels, and it's all natural. It's no synthetic stuff, no needles, none of that weirdo stuff that makes you feel unsafe. There's also a 90-day money-back guarantee as well, so there's no risk. If you try the product, you don't like it, well, hey, send it back. You're all good. But again, more than 91% of people noted a positive improvement. So for a limited time, our listeners get 50% off for life, plus free shipping and 3 free gifts at mengotomars.com. Again, mengotomars.com. After your purchase, they will ask you how you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that DLLS Mavs sent you.
Back here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show, Mavericks tune up the Jazz one more time to end their season series as they get the 138-120 win.
What's your favorite instrument to tune?
To tune?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Have you ever tuned a piano?
I've never tuned a piano before, or like a violin or a cello.
Do a string instrument? You never tuned a string instrument? I think those are so
guitar.
much fun to tune.
Maybe like a toy guitar when I was like a kid or something.
Oh, okay.
But, I was a brass instrument player. Like I said, I played the trombone.
Trombone just had one tuning slide, right?
Yeah, I wanted to play the trumpet growing up, but they were like, no, actually, you fit the trombone better. I was like, oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
I got converted to.
I did not want to play the trumpet. That's the one I ended up with.
I thought all the cool kids played the trumpet, and I thought as I got older, I could be like the sexy trumpet player, playing at jazz clubs and stuff, and like get the girl and whatnot, being the trumpet player. I was like, actually, no, Kev, you could fit the trombone. I was like, oh, okay, well,
yeah.
it turned out to be pretty fun.
I wanted to play saxophone. I wanted to play drums, and the trombone was my third choice. But my band director forced me to play trumpet.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I love playing trumpet.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't in a really long time, but I loved playing trumpet.
I'm
happy that I went with that decision.
Could you like play the Star Spangled Banner or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
I wasn't like gonna be. I was not Wynton Marsalis, but I was a good player.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've always wanted to learn how to play the drums. I feel like it's just so like the hand-eye coordination of being a drum player. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's very tough.
Like, it's unbelievable.
I can do the hand stuff. I can do the feet stuff, but I can't do the hand and the feet stuff.
I can't do either one. Like, the closest I got to being a really good drum player You remember the game Rock Band?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was tearing it up on Rock Band.
Okay.
Like Rock Band, that's the only time I could play the drums and the guitar. It was on Guitar Hero and Rock Band. I was a Rock Band all-star playing the drums.
Gotcha. I tried to learn how to play the bass back in the day. Well, that's the thing. I wanted to know how to play the bass, but I didn't want to learn how to play the bass. That was my problem. I wish that I would have stuck with it because I would love to be able to play. Bass is different technique, obviously, than guitar, but it's similar sort of idea as far as, moving your fingers and all that stuff. I've been considering diving back in.
Oh,
but it's tough to play an instrument whenever you live in an apartment building.
Yeah, it can get a little noisy.
It can.
You don't want your neighbors, tapping on your floor like, hey.
Yeah. Well, they would just be throwing money at me because I was so good.
Oh, okay. You would just
that would be kind of embarrassing. I'm a pretty humble guy.
Oh, okay. Was you just park yourself in front of like your apartment building and just start,
maybe
going at it and
people do it out there all the time.
They do all the time.
Hey, some of them are really good.
They are. Some of them are really good.
Really good players.
I think they're trying to audition for the House of Blues across the street. That's what they're trying to do. But yeah. And you're right, Lone Star Rob. The Jazz tried to beat the OKC Thunder. Almost did that. I think that was a couple weeks ago. So when they've decided to try hard, like they've actually been, a decent watch on television. When they've decided, actually, we don't give a damn, they really don't give a damn. And these were two games that they did not give a damn. As R. King says, positivity wins against the Jazz. Sure. Caleb Martin had 2 good games in a row. Klay Thompson had 2 good games in a row. Naji Marshall just continued to do Naji Marshall things. Hopefully he's okay. Seen a report that he had to go back to the locker room toward the end of the game.
Which sucks because it's either fun to watch him play or he could be traded.
Yeah.
Him just being hurt is not good.
Yeah, being hurt is not good. He had a little bit of a right knee injury. Like he was going up for a bucket and it looked like it was a non-contact thing, but he wound up staying in there for a little while. But I guess toward the end of the game, wound up going back to the locker room. So hopefully he is okay. We'll get more from our DLLS Mavs beat writer Ron Harrod Jr. a little bit later on in the show. But Bobby, this was the Klay Thompson show over the last couple of games, and that really was the turning point of tonight's game as the Mavericks made 7 3-pointers in the first quarter. Klay Thompson had 11 in the first period alone, and the Mavericks were up by 13 at the end of one, shooting 71% from the field and getting pretty much any open look that they wanted to get against the worst defensive rated team in the NBA, in the Utah Jazz. And the Mavericks took advantage of the open looks that they got and did so quite a bit. They knocked down 18 threes today, and we've been wanting this team to take more threes, get more threes up. And these last couple of games, they were like, hey, if you're going to give them to us, we'll take them and we'll knock them down. And Klay Thompson led the brigade and all that.
Yeah, and they didn't have to work particularly hard to get any of those shots either, to be honest. There's a lot of just running down. Oh, I'm wide open. I'm going to let it fly. Now, Klay owns a lot of records. Okay, I think he still owns the record for most points in a quarter. Does he still have for most threes in a game, or did someone break that? I don't remember.
I think he still has the record for most threes in a game. It was either him or Steph.
And probably the most points under X number of dribbles. I don't know if
I think that
are able to track that at all, but I did some research on some esoteric records.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to...
Like Klay records or just Mavs?
No, just NBA records.
Oh, okay. All right, shoot. Let's go.
Okay. So it's impossible to guess these, so this is just going to be
Try me.
Guys naming dudes.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So let's start with the most games with at least 10 turnovers. So that record belongs to Russell Westbrook, actually, who did it
that makes a lot of
12
sense.
times.
Jeez.
Or has done it, I guess, 12 times. He's still active, obviously. James Harden next up on the list with 11. Now, no other player has done it more than 6 times in NBA history. So I was trying to find basically some unbreakable records. There is a chance that James Harden will pass Russell Westbrook, but I'm not sure that anyone will ever pass James Harden.
I don't think so. And yes, Klay has the record for 14 threes in a game.
14 threes? Okay, that still stands.
Okay.
Jason Kidd actually is one of the 2 guys that has 6 10-turnover games, the other being Magic Johnson. Man. Now, the one hopeful we have to break that record is Trae Young, who's done it 4 times. And his career is ostensibly, less than halfway over, you would think. So it's possible. This is just regular season only, but it's possible that Trae could do it. These 2, I think, are truly unbreakable.
Okay.
Most games with at least 20 rebounds. That record belongs to Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, yeah, that's never getting touched.
Within 50, can you guess how many times he did it?
to have at least 20 rebounds in a game?
Yes.
275.
Okay, that would be within 50 of third place.
What?
Wilt did it 723 times.
He had over
20 or more rebounds.
723 times?
720. Most players don't play 700 games in their career.
Jeez,
Bill Russell is
man.
second on that list with 645.
That's
Third on that list is Jerry Lucas with 251. Now, I don't know if anyone will ever pass Jerry Lucas again. Like, I think Jerry Lucas might be third forever in that one. The most among active players is Andre Drummond, who's done it 92 times.
Oh, geez. Oh, yeah, that record's never getting touched.
Next up on the active list is Rudy Gobert, who's done it 34 times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can put that one to bed.
That one will never be broken.
723 games of at least 20 rebounds. So he's by far the all-time leading rebounder in NBA history, right?
Probably. I would think so.
Like in total rebounds. Like
now, Wilt and Bill Russell didn't have the longevity of guys of other players, so I don't actually know who, but they were getting 20, 30 rebounds a game for like 5 years when they played every game. I mean, they've got to be the leaders.
I mean, we've got the power of the internet. We can see if okay.
Now, this one.
That's unbelievable, though.
I'm not sure we'll ever see this one broken either, and this is the funniest one of them all. The most foul outs in a career.
It's got to be like Dennis Rodman or something, right?
Belongs to this guy named Vern Mickelson, who fouled out 133 times. He played from 1949 to 1959. He played 699 career games, which means he fouled out almost 1 out of every 5 times he played.
That's what I'm talking about.
He just fouled out.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's like
using fouls, baby.
I'm tired.
That's right. Using fouls, baby.
Get me out of here.
You got all 6 of them. Use them.
Now, most of the top like 20 on this list played in the 50s.
Sure.
Sean Kemp actually has the third most foul outs of all time. He did it 115 times.
He's a pretty fairly modern player, modern-day player.
And that's a lot. Now, there's only one other guy in the top 20 that played a single game in 2000. That was Otis Thorpe. The active player with the most foul outs is Karl Anthony Towns. He's fouled out 52 times. So I guess his career is probably around the halfway point.
At the halfway point.
So it's possible that he could pass Sean Kemp if he gets really busy, but I don't know if he's going to pass Vern Mickelson.
He spends too much time out on the perimeter these days. He's not fouling a lot of guys anymore.
Next up on the list of active players, Domantas Sabonis and Dillon Brooks tied with 39.
Dillon Brooks might get to about 70, 75 times before the end of his career.
But that wouldn't even be in the top 10.
Yeah, it wouldn't even top 10.
133 foul outs.
What's my man's name again? Vern what?
Vern Mickelson.
Shout out to Vern Mickelson.
Mikkelsen. He must be Danish.
Yeah, that record's never getting broken. Shout out to him for making his mark in the league.
His name will forever live on in the record books. Maybe he's still with us.
Okay, so since we're down that road, like the modern record that I think will never get touched. Whenever Steph decides to hang him up, no one. I imagine he's got 2, 3 more years left. He's 37 now. He may give you 2 more years. So at 300 threes, at least
he's gonna end up around 5,000.
Yeah,
like
he's gonna be close to 5,000 threes. No one's touching that ever again.
If you play every single game and make 5 threes a game, that's 400 threes a season. To get to 5,000, you have to play like 13 years and never miss a single game and make 5 threes a game.
It's not happening.
So for someone like Luka or someone like, I'm trying to think of someone like Shea is starting to shoot threes now, but Shea's so far behind the 8 ball because he didn't shoot threes for a very long time.
Yeah.
Luka, I guess, maybe has a chance, but even during some of his busiest years, he makes 3 or 4 a game, and he misses 15, 20 games.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you. I mean, unless guys get to a point where they're shooting 20 or 25 threes a game, I'm not sure anyone will ever break it.
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, I think Steph will be close to touching 5,000 three-pointers.
Maybe Braylon Mullins will break the record for the Mavericks.
Maybe. Galkajan says that wow. Apparently, Naji Marshall posted on Twitter that he had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, wow.
That's why he went to the locker room early.
That's good to know.
Naji a funny dude, man. That is hilarious.
He's a good poster.
Can you find that tweet? Can we find that tweet and put that up? Because that is hilarious. Because Naji, he take to Twitter fairly quickly after games. These cats are on their phones less than 10 minutes after games are over with.
Bathroom break. Y'all know I don't bend or break. We got poop to do. Great win, fellas. We got poop emoji.
Did he say we got poop to do?
Well, we got poo emoji.
Oh, I thought I thought that's what he said. Like, we got poop to do.
Oh, my God. And then someone asked, what'd you eat, goat? And he responded with what he ate.
Oh, what did he eat?
Well, we can't say that. No free ads.
What kind of food was it? Oh, wow. Your favorite. Look at that. That's amazing.
God, dude, I love Naji Marshall so much.
That's amazing.
He's like,
now I want to know what kind of order he got.
I know, man. He's one of my favorites.
You should jump in the mentions and be like, hey, what did you order from there?
Oh, my God.
You should do that.
Naji, please come on DLLS Mavs podcast, bro. Please. Please, man. Come on. We love you.
That's amazing. Ronald says if Khan keeps shooting threes like he is, he's a rookie. He might get there. Khan's been unbelievable, man.
No, Mavs are going to put the clamps on him every time they ever play. He'll make 0 threes against the Mavs in his career.
Okay. All right. The Pistons are up 23-2 on the Pacers already. The tanking is out of control.
Ooh, Broncos intercepted Josh Allen midway through overtime. The Bills were moving down the field, so it was getting scary, but they intercepted him. So they have the ball at their own 20 with 7:46 to go in OT.
Oh, okay. Let's take our next break here on the D. Oh, there it is. Look at you, GOAT. Let's go.
That was fast, dude. Elijah, quick with it.
Bathroom break, y'all. Y'all know I don't bend or break. We got blank to do. Great win, fellas.
Okay,
that's amazing.
If his bowels betrayed him to the point where
he had to go to the bathroom,
that is what cost me my Prize Picks dub.
Oh man,
that's tough.
You got beef with
that's tough.
Unnamed restaurant?
I do. I'm gonna go pay them a visit after the show. Actually,
why, you get you a burrito bowl or something?
Maybe. Well, okay, don't say that specifically, but maybe.
There's a lot of places with burrito bowls.
That's true.
Like what?
That is true.
There's a lot of places with that.
That is true.
When we come back, more on today's game and apparently Foodgate for Naji Marshall as the Mavericks get a win over the Jazz. We'll talk about that next.
Odds are, wherever you're watching the show or listening to the show from, you got a roof over your head. Maybe you're out in the wilderness, all right? Okay. But at the end of the day, you're going home. And during the day, usually you're going into an office. Whether it's residential or commercial, you need that roof over your head to stay strong, especially in Texas. The weather can get wild. There's always wind, there's storms, there's tornadoes. It's going to get really, really cold outside the next couple days. Hopefully no snow and ice, but that can damage your roof as well. And our friends at Qualys, if something happens to your roof, is the #1 source to go to get that stuff straightened away. You can schedule a free roof inspection now. You'll get a DLLS shirt just for calling them. How about that? Tell them we sent you. And if you do replace your roof with Qualys, you get a free Traeger smoker or Blackstone grill. So what the heck are you waiting for? There's no risk. Mention DLLS when you call in. It truly helps our show. Call or go online to schedule your free roof inspection. Visit QualisGC.com or just search Qualis Roofing and Construction. That's QUALIS. Call 817-500-9008 and get started today.
It's that time of the year where you want to see your favorite basketball team play in the Dallas Mavericks. And if you want to go and have a good time and get your tickets, you got to do so with Game Time. With Game Time, it's easy to get your tickets. They got panoramic seat views so you can pick out your favorite seat. And they've also got the lowest price guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. And guess what? They've got all kinds of incredible features, including Game Time ticket coverage, where your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the game today. There's no hidden fee, so you know exactly what you're going to pay when you get to checkout. So if you want to take the guesswork out of buying your NBA tickets this season, you got to do it with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. Remember, terms apply. Again, create an account and use code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app today. Bobby, what time is it?
Game time! Game time! Bark, bark, bark.
Not the bark, bark, bark. That's what,
you got to let them know.
Well, why didn't you give us the real one? You went.
Oh, because we were running out of time.
Oh, okay.
We had to come back from break.
We love Naji Marshall too, Sarah. We sure do. As Naji let us, he he keeps us informed on everything that's going on with him. I think it's hilarious so that these cats 5-10 minutes after games on X or Twitter, whatever we call it, out here looking up their names because there's no way. Or maybe there's a way. He may have been following. Who knows?
Maybe it wasn't 5 minutes after the game.
Maybe it's in mid-bathroom break.
Yeah. I mean, what does anyone do whenever they're, doing
touche. Sit there and look up your name and see what's being talked about you on.
Yeah, you got to do due diligence.
On the socials. On the socials.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not the dab. Are the kids still doing that?
Probably not.
I don't think the kids still do that. Chat, do the kids still do the dab?
You're the one that has a kid.
She doesn't do the dab.
Okay.
She just yells 6'7" all the time.
Still?
Yeah. Trust me.
Right.
She tried to hit me the other day with two random numbers. She hit me with 4-3. I was like, no one says that. She's like, yes, everyone says that, Daddy. I was like, no one is saying 4-3. Stop making up stuff. Get out of here. Go to your playroom. Like, yeah, 8-9. Yeah, 8-9 or whatever. Like, please stop. Because my wife and I got so annoyed by it. I was like, please stop. Lanner's also annoyed.
You should say, like, you know what people say now? They say like 276,421 and 276,422. Just go around saying that. See what happens.
Lanner, I'm gonna acknowledge you for 5 seconds. I know you're not thrilled with these wins, because Lanner, he come in here with super chats or the regular chats. He's like, look, man, stop winning these games. Where he says, I'm pissed.
I agree, it's a bummer.
Remember this game when we get the 8th pick in the lottery. Hey, man.
I mean, it's what they sat 8 guys.
Yeah,
there's only so much you could do. The Jazz
stink.
They're awful. They're a
stink.
horrible team. You can't just click the lose button. And like you legally can't sit many more guys than they just did. Like the Mavs they were not too far from having to forfeit a game. They were down 9 guys today, right? Like 8 plus D'Lo. So they have 18 guys plus. So they had 10 active guys. Well, I'm saying they sat 8 guys last game. They sat 8 tonight, and D'Lo as well.
That's right.
So they had 10 active players. 3 of them are on 2-way contracts, and one of them is Jeremiah Robinson. Are all on a 10-day.
A hardship 10-day.
There's only so much you can do.
Yeah, some teams you're just not gonna out tank. Like the Jazz are one of them. The Jazz clearly have decided that they're not going to try hard. When they do try hard, they actually played okay. Like the third quarter where Keyonte George just went smooth off. He had 21 of his 29 in the third quarter alone, and they were still down by 12 at the end of 3. Like they did not play Yusuf Nurkic. They did not play Kevin Love. Like they sat dudes who have been regularly in their rotation and have decided that that's not going to be a thing. Like laurimarkkanen wasn't even with the team in these last couple of games here in Dallas. So he's going to be chilling for them, I guess, maybe when they get to San Antonio or back to Utah because, yeah. When Markkanen is on the floor, defensively, they're still not great. But when he's on the floor, they're actually a pretty fun offense to watch. They'll give it all back on the defensive end. But offensively, they are actually pretty good. But, yeah, I'm sorry, Atlanta. It's just, I mean, yeah, some teams you're not out tanking this year. You're not out tanking the Pelicans. Even though they're trying hard to win games, you're definitely not out tanking the Indiana Pacers, who are apparently getting smoked right now by the Detroit Pistons early on in the game. There's just a few teams that the Mavericks are just going to be better than. So hopefully the ethical tanking, quote unquote, will benefit the Mavs because last year they tried their damnedest. They made the play in and still wound up getting the number 1 overall pick. So that's Adam Silver's problem. He's going to have to try to figure out over the next, couple of years, like how do we keep teams like the Jazz from doing this shameful behavior? Because it's just not easy. It's not easy to do.
Well, we talked a lot on our podcast audio feed.
We did.
About that very thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bonus episode. It's about 15, 18 minutes or something of some very serious basketball talk that you can check out if you go to our pod feed on Spotify or iTunes or whatever. While you're there, you might as well give us a 5-star rating. You might as well give us a review. You might as well comment on episodes. You can do that on Spotify. I don't know if you can do that on iTunes.
You can definitely do it on iTunes, yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm a Spotify guy. Mm-hmm. I listen to all sorts of pods. I don't believe I've ever left a comment on a pod, though. Feels really like, It just feels really committal to do that.
Yeah, it feels like leaving a review like on Yelp or Google reviews. Like you got to be real committed to doing that.
Yeah, because I mean that's gonna last forever.
Yeah, and taking the time to sit down and write a review for any of these sites is like,
No, I'm proud of all the pods I listen to, and I wish great success upon all of my faves. But yeah, I'll keep my respect for them to myself.
With the win for the Mavericks, by the way, they moved to what is now 2.5 games ahead of the Utah Jazz as the Mavericks remain in 12th as the Los Angeles Clippers have surged to the 10 spot in the West with winning 12 out of their last 14 games. So they're now 18-23. They're a game and a half behind the Portland Trailblazers for the 9 spot in the Western Conference, while the Mavericks sit a game and a half behind the Memphis Grizzlies, who are 17-23 on the year. They'll play tomorrow in London against the Orlando Magic. That's where our guy Mark Stein is. He's been doing some fantastic work overseas. He'll be back with us next week. But bringing up the rear are the Utah Jazz. The surging Sacramento Kings will all of a sudden have won 4 games in a row. And then bringing up the rear is the New Orleans Pelicans at 10-34. Then you look at the Eastern Conference. I mean, the Pacers at 10-32, the Wizards at 10-30, and the Brooklyn Nets are 12-27. So when you start looking at teams that you're trying to tank with and compete with in terms of the tanking process, you're looking at Brooklyn, you're looking at Washington, at the Pacers, the Jazz, Kings, and Pelicans. And I don't know if the Mavericks will be able to out-tank any of those teams given where they are at this rate.
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot. I mean, obviously, they have a 5 or 6 win head start over most of them, and it's just, I mean, I think it's just going to kind of be the way it's going to be. The Mavs have an ethos, and many of those teams don't. I mean, the Pacers do, but so much of what they do is through Tyrese. Mm-hmm. And it's also not just Halliburton that's hurt for them, and they lost Miles Turner in that trade, or
they let him go.
Free agency, whatever. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a trade. They literally got nothing back for him.
Yeah.
The Pacers definitely have an identity. A lot of those other teams don't. I mean, I guess the one hope, if you're a Mavs fan, is that the Kings, accidentally win some games, and then the Pelicans, who have no reason to lose, do get hot. But I mean, otherwise, yeah,
it's kind of where you are.
Yeah, you're gonna, and you just have to hope you get really lucky. But the team that has the worst record in the league also needs to get really lucky to get the number 1 pick. So it's, the difference between 8th and 5th, for example, is like a 1 in 10 chance at the number 1 pick. And not even that, actually. Let me check. I'm going to pull up the Tankathon full pick odds thing. So the Mavs right now are in 8th. Oh my God, I'm on the wrong page. My bad. This is horrible audio. I'm sorry. The Mavs right now are in 8th. They have a 26% chance at the top 4 and a 6% chance at number 1. If they were to move up to 5th, they would have a 42% chance at the top 4, so that's an extra 1 in 6 chance, and a 10% chance at the number 1 overall pick. So that's an extra 1 in 16 chance, which is not that is statistically significant, obviously, but that's not worth pulling your hair out for the next 4 months. To me, it's just not. To move up to 4th, you go from a 6% chance to a 12.5% chance, which is just not. That's just not a lot. Like, we're talking this much more of a chance, and it's just not. It's not worth. In my opinion, this is Cope, and maybe this is Corporate Bobby reporting for duty, but it is not worth letting yourself miss out on the joy of watching Coop's rookie year, of watching Klay Thompson for your favorite team, of watching Kyrie if he ends up coming back, of watching Naji Marshall be awesome and then tweet about pooping later after the game. Like, there's some fun stuff going on, and so they are going to win some games inevitably. They are also going to lose probably 30 more games this year. So I don't think we'll need to worry too much about it. What I don't want to see them do, though, is rattle off like 8 out of 9 and then end up like 12th or 13th. That's I would get upset about that. I would.
Because that would mean they would be in the play-in firmly.
Yeah, and I don't want to be there.
By the way, apparently the Denver Broncos win it with a walk-off field goal, 33-30. Shout out to our DNVR folks. The Denver Broncos are headed to the AFC Championship game next week. This year's Super Bowl 60.
Nice.
Do you remember what?
Is that LX?
Yes.
Nice.
The last time the Broncos were in the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl 6.
Super Bowl 50.
Oh.
So 10 years ago, they were in the Super Bowl. Now they have a chance to get back to the Super Bowl again. So congratulations to the Denver Broncos. Josh Allen, my boy. Anyway, that's yikes, man.
A lot of questionable calls in this game, apparently, Kevin.
Oh, really? Buffalo Bills fans not thrilled about the way this went down?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
The neutral observers that I follow think it was a load of malarkey.
Well, the fact that Josh Allen couldn't win a Super Bowl in a year where there was no Lamar Jackson, no Joe Burrow, and no Patrick Mahomes in the postseason. Woohoo!
Well, tough to win on the road, man. Got to win your division. Got to have a better record. They were favored in all 17 games. They won 12 of them. Who do they have to blame? Themselves. Look in the mirror.
That defense was not good this year.
Get good.
Sarah says the Bills got robbed. I don't watch football. I love Sarah. the idea of I don't watch football, but the Bills got robbed. That's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. There. I'm not gonna. That's throwing me off so much because we don't do that at all. But I love the bell. I know it's fine. No, it's great. I love it. I love it. Shout out to the bell in the DLLS Rangers podcast. Let's take our final break here on our show. When we come back, we welcome in our DLLS Mavs beat writer, Ron Harrod Jr., live from the AAC after the Mavericks tune up the band Sweet Chin Music to the Utah Jazz tonight. 138 to 120. We'll do that next.
Want me to do the read?
Let's read it together.
Okay. Hey. You. We're supposed to alternate words. You
want to be a diehard. You want to be a diehard.
Yeah, you do.
You know
right?
the best way to be a diehard?
You want to scan the QR code right here.
And
right?
when you do,
it's going to take you to a website.
And you get 20% off our events.
Well, what's the website it takes you to?
AllDLLS.com.
And then what do you do whenever you go to the website?
You become a diehard member.
How do you do that?
You give us some money and you put in your email.
Yeah.
And then you get 20% off our events.
And it's like a reasonable amount of money. Well, it's more than just 20% off events. It's more than that.
Oh, yeah. We're supposed to go
you get a free shirt, right?
You get a free shirt upon sign up.
Of your choice. This is one of them. All right. Well, let me turn around. Hang on.
Oh, you're going to show off the entire merch?
Well, I don't want to show my butt on just trust me. There's a design on the back. It looks really cool.
It's a really cool design, yes.
But we got like 50 shirts. There's so many shirts to choose from.
That's right.
But if you see a lot that you like, you get one for free. You get 20% off all the other stuff.
And you get access to our member-only Discord.
It's a great place to hang out with fellow diehards. And
your physical diehard card.
And
access to all the premium content.
Oh, that's that good.
Curated by our guy, Ron Harrod Jr., covering your Dallas Mavericks. Oh,
yeah. Well, Jeff Wilson on the Rangers.
Sam Nessler and Sean Shapiro covering your Dallas Stars.
And Clarence and Ollie on the Cowboys. Ollie also writes a newsletter. It comes out every single morning, and that one is free.
That is free.
AllDLLS.com. Scroll down to the bottom. Sign up for the newsletter. We also usually put it in the description of this here video.
We also have incredible merch as well.
It's fantastic.
Store.allcitynetwork.com is where you can get all of our fantastic merch, including what you see here on our lovely table.
And I believe we are, I think we're good.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Store.allcitynetwork.com, alldls.com. Become a diehard today. Love you. Just like we love our guy at the AAC. Ron Harrod Jr., our DLLS Mavs beat writer, who didn't turn the ball over 4 times like Josh Allen did today. Ron, what's going on?
Did not.
I'm
doing good. Like you said, I didn't have 5 turnovers like the Buffalo Bills in the loss. So I'm feeling good. The Mavs won. Klay Thompson makes history again. 17K points. Of course, he had the 3. He went to number 4. The all-time made threes. Klay Thompson does it again. Everybody.
History-making week for Killer Klay. Good for him, Captain Klay, Killer Klay. However you want to refer to Klay Thompson. 23 first half points. Didn't have to do any work in the second half, as the Mavericks used a barrage of 3-pointers for the second straight game to beat the hapless Utah Jazz, that shameful basketball team. What was the feeling inside the arena this afternoon? Rare afternoon game for the Mavericks. What was the atmosphere like on African American Heritage Night inside the AAC?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that the vibes were pretty high. I mean, they did the wave maybe 7 times in the second half as the Mavs were just destroying the Jazz. I thought that was pretty funny. They brought out the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff band at halftime. That was great. Kyrie and all the other players, talked because this MLK Day tomorrow, so they gave us kind of like their take on the day on the halftime jumbotron. That was cool. And some other like cool stuff kind of throughout the night. But yeah, the Mavs win again. No player played 30 minutes for the second straight game. It's just I'm not sure if the Utah Jazz gave it their best effort.
I mean, you don't have to sugarcoat it. They didn't. It's fine. That's kind of their MO these days. It's fine. What did Jason get at?
Yeah, Keyonte George didn't have a point. Just finish that. Keyonte George didn't have a point in the first quarter. He had a lot of points in the game, to be very clear. But so Jason Kidd, his big thing was just kind of talking about Klay Thompson and how important it is to see that and how that impacts the other players. Max Christie, who also spoke, talking about like what Klay means to him. I asked him like, is Klay like an inspiration for you and what what you want your career to be? He said, yeah. He said, follows Klay a lot and kind of learns his different movements, and he's been a big part of him having a career season here in Dallas. Also, Klay's started season off so rough, shooting under 30% from three. And now he's 37% plus from three on the season, which shows you how good he's been over the last 2 months. It's kind of been a resurrection for the future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that was one of the hopes when Max Christie was brought here, that he could learn from a shooter like a Klay Thompson, learn the way he prepares and gets himself ready for games. Obviously, one of the greatest shooters in the history of this league, and what that could do for Max's game and his ability to grow night in and night out. And clearly, Max has taken to it and been able to really glean a lot from the 4-time NBA champion. And hopefully that will be continued throughout his career, because Max is going to be the guy that kind of takes the mantle up once Klay, is finished here in Dallas. Max is going to be, that guy. So these moments in these games are, I imagine, very good for him, especially for Max, who came back today, had to be missing the last couple of games of illness, and performed pretty well in his return today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there was just a bunch of players that played well. I mean, Caleb Martin didn't shoot the ball well. I thought he did like a lot of the fast break defensive stuff well today. Najee Marshall just has a good game every single day at this point. He's like one of the most consistent players on the team. Of course, B. Will had a good game. Again, this is Max Christie's first game back after missing 2 games. Dwight Powell, Musa Cisse, and Ryan Nembhard. So many players just provided value. Now, again, the Jazz are the worst defense in the NBA, so it has to be somewhat taken with a grain of salt. But a lot of the players just seem to pick their matchups against this team, and the Jazz just don't seem to be able to guard.
No.
I don't think that's their only problem right now.
It's about Utah. That's
Yeah, I do not think their only problem is not being able to guard. Although they are they still dead last in the league, or is
dead
it only
last in offense and defensive rating?
So I forget the stat. It was like their defensive rating over the last month and a half, or since December 5th, I think, is worse than the best offense of all time. So like
It's
their
unreal,
defense is playing the Jazz right now turns you into the best offense in NBA history. Like that's how bad they are. But credit the Mavs, they took advantage. They made a lot of shots. Ron, the Mavs made 18 threes tonight, second most in the game all year, behind the 19 they made the last time they played the Jazz just 2 nights ago. So in your estimation, we talked about in the last segment a little bit, okay, obviously the Mavs really should be losing games right now. It would be good for them, but obviously you're not going to go 0-82. How much of, let's pretend to be the DLLS Cowboys podcast. They have a segment called Tote That Thing, where they talk about things that they want to take from a previous game into the next one. How much of what the Mavs have done over the last 2 games, where they've scored 282 points combined, will they take into their next game against the Knicks? Are they just playing a singularly awful NBA team 2 games in a row, or is this Klay stuff real? Is this Naji stuff going to continue to be like this? Is Brandon Williams going to continue? Like, what are they going to be able to take over with them?
I mean, I think they can always take their tenacity. They can always take the fast break scoring. I mean, luckily for the Dallas Mavericks, they get another cone in Jalen Brunson on Monday. So it's not like the defense is going to jump. And Karl Anthony Towns can't guard, as we all know. That's not what he's known for. He's known as a shooter. So even with the three good defenders that the New York Knicks put out on the court, you still have two players that if you're, a good coach, you can get those players into action the whole game. So I look for the Mavs to go at the Jalen Brunsons, go at the Karl Anthony Towns while they're on the floor, because a big reason why they are winning games like today is they're just hunting matchups against players that don't want to guard, such as Kyle Filikowski and Ace Bailey, who's a young player that wants to guard but doesn't understand the tendencies, and Keyonte George isn't really guarding, and they're just attacking a lot of those players. So that's how they score so many points. I think that you can do a similar strategy against a team like the Knicks, but they do have Mikal Bridges and Noji Anunoby, that players that can guard. I just wouldn't go with those players often.
The Jalen Brunson slander is wild. I'm just joking.
A cone.
Like a cone. Good gracious.
I mean,
he called him a
defense,
cone.
I think, is 10 points. I think it's 10 points better with him off the floor. Like, it's like 8 or 10 points. It's like almost historic over the last 2 years with Jalen Brunson on and off defense. And then offense is only 3 points better. It's an FYI there.
That's pretty indisputable.
I mean, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. The Mavericks finished their homestand 3-1. I believe, someone had to check, but I believe that's their first winning homestand, or just their second winning homestand of the season.
I mean, how many times have they won 3 out of 4 in general?
Yeah, I think it's only
rare,
maybe
if
twice,
ever,
if that. But I believe this is their first or only their second winning homestand of the season. I'm pretty confident it's their first winning homestand, but we'll see. But yeah, 2 wins against the Jazz. They're able to handle their business, and now their next 3 games on the road against the Knicks, back home against the Golden State Warriors, and then a week from today, Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers
Watch along.
come to town. Oh, we're doing a watch along for that one?
Could be a solo show if you want to be at the arena.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might be at the arena for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a big day. It's a week from today. That will be a nationally televised game as the Mavericks host the Lakers. By the way, quick note as well: the March 13th game here in Dallas against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That game has now been changed to 6:30 p.m. and will be featured on Amazon Prime. So interesting change there that the Mavericks announced that March 13th game when they host Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. That game will now be at 6:30 p.m. And will be on Amazon Prime. So that'll be, maybe it's a Kyrie game. Maybe it's a Kyrie game a particular night. Anything else from you, Ron, before we let you go on this Saturday evening? No tankathon spin because the Mavericks won against a no tankathon spin tonight.
Yeah, I kind of heard Bobby talking about like the odds of the tanking thing, and just realistically how far can the Mavs go up. Like, the Mavs are going to be better than some of those teams at the top. Like, those teams at the top, like the Jazz, literally have a top 8 protected pick. They will do whatever they can to maintain that pick. The Washington Wizards also have a top 8 pick. They would do whatever they can to maintain that pick. Believe it or not, Mavs fans, there are teams even more desperate than the Dallas Mavericks to get a top pick. It's going to get very, very nasty after the All-Star break. It's already starting to get a little filthy. So I don't think that they're in a bad position, but you have to understand they're not going to be able to get the top 3 odds more than likely, because there are just teams that are just more desperate than Dallas.
Yeah, the Wizards, they have really no incentive to win the rest of the regular season because if that pick falls out of a certain range, that pick will actually go to the New York Knicks. So that's the same case with Utah and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for some strange reason, Joe Dumars was like, hey, Indiana, you want your pick back? Here you go. And now the Indiana Pacers sit there with one of the best lottery odds because Joe Dumars is wild. So there's that. Anything else before we let you go? You got any Josh Allen slander you want to get off before you get out of here?
Man, I could always slander Josh Allen, but I'll just save that for Joe Dumars. Actually, I think Joe Dumars is an amazing GM, and I think he should trade with the Dallas Mavericks. That's just I just have that feeling that they should just find something. There's something out there that they can do together.
You want Zion in Dallas?
No, Trey Murphy.
Well,
Trey Murphy's too
Zion
good
Dallas
right now,
would be
man.
fun.
He's going for a lot. He might go for a lot.
I would have done whatever it took to get him in the offseason. I forget what that came up. I forget what happened.
There was a reason why that came up. Yeah, we were talking about like Herb Jones and.
I think no, this was like a long time ago. Someone asked what would I do to get Trey Murphy. I was like, I would trade the Lakers pick and the 29 and the 31. I would trade it all to get Trey.
Go
Murphy.
get Trey Murphy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Trey balling, man. Trey has been fantastic for the Pelicans. So yeah, he might fetch you 2-3 first round picks the way he's been playing. He's really young and really good. But no Josh Allen saying, are you good on that? Okay, you all right?
I mean, Allen missed some throws down the stretch, man. We were watching at the game. The other Mavericks beat writers were laughing at Allen just dirting balls and so many highs. I mean, it's just, my dad always used to tell me a story about how the Cowboys used to just destroy Brett Favre back in the day. I'm like, Brett's a Hall of Famer, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but every time he played Dallas, he would just do the dumbest things.
That's right.
And I think Allen might just be my generation's Brett Favre, an amazing player, going to be a Hall of Famer, but just it's his validity,
Well, I saw earlier in the chat, Boogie said the media better drag Josh Allen Monday like they would Lamar Jackson. Something tells me they won't, and I think we all know why. But yeah.
That MVP from a season ago looking real sketch now because that was the most here damn MVP that we've seen in quite some time in the NFL. It's just like, here, damn, take the MVP, Josh. All right, fine. But he couldn't win a Super Bowl with no Lamar, no Joe Burrow, no Patrick Mahomes. Yikes. But it's a good day for ALLCITY, though. Shout out to our DNVR folks.
That's right. LFB. Let's effing Bo.
Wait, is that their saying?
Yeah, that's what they say, yeah.
That's hilarious. Shout out DNVR. Keep making the network a lot of money.
Go leave a like on their post-game show.
Yeah, go do that. That'd be awesome. Ron, good to see you. We will talk to you on Monday. On Martin Luther King Day when the Mavericks visit the Knicks.
Yep. See y'all on MLK Day.
Bye, Ron.
Yeah, it's good to have a good laugh. Mavs Passion Pro. These last couple games.
What can you do but laugh?
I mean, laughter's good medicine. It's fantastic medicine.
Especially when it's at the Jazz's expense.
Because they stink. They absolutely stink.
They stink like the Mavs bathroom after Naji got done doing whatever he needed to do.
We are a pro Naji knife show. Appreciate Prophet for hanging out with us this week. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate your help on our pregame and postgame show. That's going to do it for us here on our show because Bobby is so happy that he gets to leave right now. So we're going to let
Saturday night, I'm coming for you, baby.
We're going to let him get to his weekend. That's our DLLS Mavs, ALLCITY Bobby Curl. I'm your host, Kevin Gray. Glory, glory, Man United. Shout out to the Derby. Mavs win 138-120 over the Utah Jazz. We'll talk to you Monday. Pre-game show, 3:15 on Martin Luther King Day. 3:15 right here on DLL Sports.
3:30, I think. It's a road game, right?
Oh, 3:30. Thank you for correcting me. Yes, 3:30. 3:30 on Monday as the Mavericks take on the Knicks. That's when our pre-game show will begin again at 3:30 right here on DLL Sports. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't turn the ball over like Josh Allen. Y'all be good. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.